What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. It's hump day. We're almost there. The week is almost over, man. Yeah, and it's been a not so bad a week. Nothing great, just equal to Yani. Nothing much. Alright, so I was last year on Monday, of which we had a Premier League game going on. Last game of Matchweek 33. We had Leicester City taking on Crystal Palace. And of course, Leicester City won. Maybe not of course, but Leicester City won. And guess who scored the winning goal? Kelechi Iheanacho. I don't know what this man is on, but it's clearly doing wonders for him. He now has 14 goals in 14 games. Talk about man being in form. He's top form right now, and he's bagging goals. And of course, that just cemented Leicester's place as the number 3 team in the Premier League, after Manchester United and Man City. So, yeah, I think they'll bag the top 4 position this time around. I don't think they're going to squander it. I don't think they're going to let it go like they did last season. So, of course, Kelechi is doing wonders for Leicester City right now. Yeah? And speaking of Leicester, their coach, Brendan Rodgers, is one of the coach who was being touted as a potential Mourinho successor at Tottenham. And he's apparently told them to fuck off. Yeah? He doesn't want to be part of the Tottenham shenanigan, and it's okay. I mean, he's having a team that is in the Champions League, almost bagging the Champions League position for next season, to go to Tottenham, a team that has not won a league, a team that has never won the Premier League. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? A team that is struggling to get to the top 4, why would you do that? So, yeah, Brendan Rodgers, of course, is not going to be going to Tottenham. He has told them no. Of course, speaking of succession at Tottenham, of course, there had been talks of Julian Nagelsmann, and that is now off the books because he's joined Bayern Munich on a record deal for a manager. Yeah, record deal for manager, I think worth $30 million, and he's going to be replacing Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick is apparently not going to be the coach for Bayern next season. I think he's going to be joining the national team after the Euro, so that's why he's going to Bayern Munich. And Erik ten Hag is another guy who's been touted as the potential next Tottenham manager. Maybe he might just be the guy. So, I mean, he's doing wonders at Ajax. I think he's won 2 league titles in a row, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, I think he might be looking for a fresh challenge. You never know. All right? And just like last week, this is another week that has been laden with news. And, man, the last 2 weeks in terms of football, the last 2 weeks have been crazy in terms of drama and crazy news in footballing world. I mean, last week, of course, we had the Premier League, the Super League, whole shenanigan taking the whole world by storm. This week, it's Arsenal's takeover. So apparently, Arsenal is going to be bought, or someone is seriously interested in buying Arsenal, and he goes by the name of Daniel Ek. He's Swedish. He's the owner of Spotify. He's worth £3.4 billion. He's apparently going to be putting a bid in the region of £1.8 billion to be taking over Arsenal. Arsenal is valued just above £2 billion. So, yeah, he's going to be putting in a bid, and apparently he has the backing of the Invincibles. I'm talking Dennis Bergkamp, I'm talking Thierry Henry, and I'm talking Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira. Just make it simple, yeah? So that has taken, some gathering of pace, those news, and of course, Kroenke has come out strongly yesterday to say that Arsenal is not up for sale at all. They actually even issued a statement. They said they're not looking towards selling Arsenal, like what the news has been talking about the last couple of days. Arsenal is not up for sale, and they're looking to invest in the club for future success on the pitch. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Kroenke, man. If this guy, Daniel Ek, comes in and buys Arsenal and is willing to invest in Arsenal, because he's an Arsenal fan. Daniel Ek is an Arsenal fan. He's been supporting Arsenal since 1991. So he loves Arsenal. So that's a guy who's, of course, he's going to come in and pump in some tunes for us to be buying good players for good, competition next season. So I'm happy with that, because Kroenkes, they don't give a shit about fans, man. If they did, they'll be giving us money to buy players. So they don't. Daniel Ek is even willing to have fans representation on the board. That's something else. That's different, when you start coming in such a direction, so many people are going to be warming up to you, and that's exactly what has happened so far. So, of course, kidogo kuna pressure to Kroenke or towards Kroenke to sell up the club. I mean, you don't care about this club now, do you? I mean, you don't invest. Mandem is making stadiums worth billions of dollars in the US, and you can't even invest $150 million towards Arsenal. Come on. I mean, success on the pitch is everything for a football club. Regardless of these other commercial deals and everything, that's okay. That's part and parcel. But if you're not succeeding on the pitch, you can bet even your commercial deals are going to be poor. So Kroenke has not put in much money towards us not succeeding on the pitch, so you can as well, just screw off and just go and buy other clubs. I mean, in terms of investing in sports franchises and sports clubs, Kroenke has a lot. So, I mean, you can just as well sell Arsenal. I mean, I'm a choker. Plus, there are also some rumors going around that there was speculation of some high executives at Arsenal expecting a takeover bid to be placed towards Arsenal. So, yeah, it's all unfolding quite nicely. Let's just wait up and see what's going to be popping. Yesterday, of course, we had the Champions League going on. We had the first leg of one of the two semi-finals. We had Chelsea going all the way to Madrid to tackle Real Madrid. And that game ended in a 1-1 draw. Chelsea could have actually come out of that game with more goals if they were clinical in the first half. Timo Werner, again, got a fantastic chance. All he had to do is slot it in, but then Asita, and he could not bag it. I mean, it's typical Timo Werner, right? But then again, it was a fantastic save by Thibaut Courtois to deny him. I feel like Chelsea in the first half, they could have been almost 3-1 up. Honestly, they could have been almost 3-1 up. And then the second half, it was all about Madrid, Benzema. It was all about Madrid, and, well, they didn't score, but they were clearly the better team. And I was looking at that result, I'm thinking, Chelsea will feel hard done by that result. I mean, they were the better side. I mean, especially in the first half, they carved out clear-cut chances. They just couldn't convert them. Madrid, on the other hand, well, they got the goal by Benzema, who now has 28 goals this season. But they were not the better team. They were the better team in the second half, but they never really came close. They had a lot of the ball, but in terms of creating close chances, that went to Chelsea. So, yeah, I think Madrid will be happy with the result more than Chelsea. And of course, that Kidogo, it just needs to score one goal at Stamford Bridge, of which they can. And then everything will be square. So that leg ended fantastically well, if you ask me. So it was an interesting game. Not that interesting, but still, it was a good watch. Today, however, we have one big-ass game going down, Moneybags FC. Both teams are full of money. They are Moneybags teams, both of them Arab money, oil money, whichever way you look at it, because, that's how they're bankrolled, yeah? PSG taking on Manchester City. This is going to be a heck of a clash. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to seeing how Manchester City are going to stop Mbappe and Neymar, because those are the guys who cause a lot of problems as far as PSG goes. Man City, on the other hand, of course, they'll be looking towards this and thinking, you know what, we just have this hurdle to get past, and then we can get to the first ever final of a Champions League. So, yeah, they'll be buoyed by that, and I'll be looking forward to seeing how exactly this one is going to pan out. Pochettino versus Pep, how is it going to go down? Jana kuna mtu wako ona game ya jana, well and good, but today's, you cannot afford not to watch today's game. Oh, it's way too huge to be missed. Way too huge. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. So that's it. As far as, Champions League goes, I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen today. As far as PSG and Man City goes, one of the biggest, I have a feeling whoever wins the Champions League is playing tonight. Whoever is going to win the Champions League this season is in action tonight. So whoever bags the win between PSG and Man City and goes to the final, I have a feeling that's going to be the win of the Champions League this season. But then again, it's just me. So let's wait up and see. So other stuff that has been happening this week since Monday, of course, Balogun has extended his contract at Arsenal. He is a young striker who Arsenal has been trying to get him to stay. And they're finally convinced him enough to stay, and he has extended his contract, or he has signed a new contract at Arsenal. And he was being looked at by 15. He actually had 15 offers on board from Germany, Spain, Italy to just go and play there, because Mandem is talented. No, Balogun is a pure talent. He's a heck of a finisher. So he had so many offers to go, but he decided to stay as Arsenal because he's an Arsenal fan. He loves Arsenal, and we love to see that. We absolutely love to see that. Inter Milan actually won. They won their game. They were playing in Syria this season. Syria. They were playing, I think, on Monday. Yes, they were playing on Monday, if I'm not wrong. And they won against Hellas Verona. And they are now 2 wins away from bagging the Scudetto. Yeah, the Syrian, title is called the Scudetto. So they are 2 wins away. 2 more wins for Inter Milan. They are winning the Premier League, the Syria this season, the league title at Italy, or in Italy this season. So it's interesting to see. On the other hand, one team like Milan, the other Milan is doing shitty job as far as trying to get into the top teams is concerned. I mean, Milan were at some point in time this season, especially the first half towards January, they were one of the best teams in Italy. They were going toe to toe with Inter Milan as far as title contention is concerned. Now, now I think they're number 6 in the standings, if I'm not wrong. They're actually struggling to get back in the top 4. Speaking of another team that is struggling to get in the top 4 is Juventus. They are 5th right now. As far as things stands, Juventus might just be playing in the Europa League next season. Can you imagine Cristiano Ronaldo in the Europa League? Now that would be new. I mean, that would be taking Europa League to a whole other level, right? I mean, the officials of Europa League must be salivating at the prospect of having Cristiano Ronaldo in the Europa League. It's crazy. It's honestly, if you ask me, I think that's a bit absurd. You know, that someone like Cristiano might be playing or might be, playing in the Europa League next season. It's crazy. It's crazy. A guy who has so many records in the Champions League, highest scorer in the final, not in the final. I think the first person to score in 3 finals, highest scorer in knockout stages. It's just crazy. It's insane. And we'll just be waiting to see what's going to be popping. Also this week, of course, we had on Monday, and I decided to save this for the last, the Hall of Fame, Premier League Hall of Fame is going to be done. They are actually doing this shit, yeah? It's been talked up for a couple of months now, and it's actually going to happen. The first nominees, or the first inductees, were Alan Shearer and Thierry Henry. And I have absolutely no contention with that. I mean, Alan Shearer is the highest top scorer in the Premier League, 260 goals. It goes without saying. First name. Second name has to be Thierry Henry. I mean, the best striker to ever play in the Premier League. I don't even know what I can explain to justify why Thierry Henry is there. I don't need to justify that. If you don't know about Thierry Henry, I'm sorry. I don't know how you watch Premier League football, but you just need to search around and just know about Thierry Henry, because he's a juggernaut. He's a juggernaut. He's the only player to have 20 plus goals and 20 plus assists and 20 assists in one single season. And that is a striker. Not a midfielder, a striker. No midfielder, despite all the midfielders dope and all that stuff that we've had in the Premier League, has ever bagged 20 Premier League assists. I think KDB did last season, did he? But he didn't have 20 plus goals, did he? So, again, Thierry Henry. So, the other nominees, they provided a list of other nominees, and I'm going to be telling you guys why exactly I feel this, for me, should be the other guys who should be joining. They have six guys to go to be joining Thierry Henry in the Hall of Fame of the Premier League. So I'm going to be telling you that in an extra thing I'm going to do called Extra Digest. This specifically is for Hall of Fame because it's been gathering storm and gathering pace since Monday. So let's meet up for that. In the meantime, have a fantastic Wednesday. God bless. Take care. Stay safe.